I'm Erica and I write ChicShopperChick.com, and today I'm here to show you how you can make your own baby food at home. There are a lot of great benefits to making your baby food at home. First and foremost being that you know exactly what your baby is eating, because everything that you make goes directly from your kitchen to your baby's tummy. Secondly, making your own baby food at home actually saves you a lot of money. You can make it in bulk, and anything that you don't use can actually stay in your freezer for a good while until you're ready to use it. So you can just use it as you need it. It's actually a lot easier than you might think to make your own baby food, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, before we get started, I want to let you know that the American Academy of Pediatrics does recommend that you do not feed solid foods, even if it's a puree, to a baby that's under 6 months of age. So it's important that you make that decision when it's time for your child to start on solid foods with your pediatrician. Okay, so let's get started. I've chosen today to make a puree using 2 sweet potatoes. I got these at my local grocery store, and basically you want to find the most recent or the freshest produce that you can find off the shelf. So these are 2 fresh organic sweet potatoes, and if you're not going to use organic foods, you may want to do a little bit of research about the different chemicals that go into produce and onto produce so that you can make sure that you're not passing those things on to your baby. Alright, so now we're at the sink and we have our vegetables. I've taken the sweet potatoes out of the bag. I'm going to just wash them off real quick. Now, we have several options that we can do to cook our vegetables, but we obviously have to soften them up because you can't puree them like when they're hard like this. So the first option is to bake them. We can also boil them or steam them. Now, if you choose to boil them, you need to use as little water as possible. Come with me over here. Mainly because when you cook the sweet potatoes, the vitamins and minerals are actually going to come out and be in the water. So you want to keep all those minerals in the water if possible. So if you have time, maybe baking them or steaming them is a better option for you. All right, I'm going to set the oven to 350. It's already set there for me, and let it preheat. Then I'm actually going to take these sweet potatoes and punch a couple holes in them with a fork so that they don't explode in my oven and leave a mess everywhere. And then I'm going to get them on a baking sheet and bake them for about an hour. And then I'll take them out and we'll go from there. So I'll meet you back here in an hour and we'll see how they're doing. All right, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to check on the sweet potatoes, and I think they're probably done. But yeah, see, it's good. It's nice and soft. It doesn't have to be all the way cooked. It just needs to be soft enough that you can make a puree out of it. We're just going to slice it open. Yeah, that's perfect. And you can see all the steam coming from it. And we're actually just going to scoop some of the sweet potato out. And you can just pop it in a handy dandy little food processor like the one I have here. Now you might need some liquid to make your puree actually work better and make it a little smoother. So if you need to do that, you can use, if you boiled your potatoes, you can use some of the water that you boiled it in, because like I said, you'll be putting those vitamins and minerals back in there. You can also, if your baby is not yet a year old, you can use some breast milk or formula. And of course, if they're over a year old and you're still interested in doing some purees, you can always use whole milk, which is what I'm going to use, is organic whole milk to make my puree. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of milk in here just to make it smooth. That's probably good. And based on how old your baby is, you can do different consistencies of puree. All right, and so, excuse the noise. And if it's too watery, you can always add a little more sweet potato to it. So we're definitely getting there. So I'm just going to spoon it out so you can see what it looks like. So you can see it's just that nice smooth consistency. So that's it. So it's really easy to do. Like I showed you, you can do it at home just with these little simple ingredients. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. So I'm going to go feed this to a baby and hope it doesn't end up on the floor and actually in her mouth.